with the best of the world's best, as you say, in Washington, D.C. for the Pokémon World Championships.
What brings you to the Pokémon World Championship, man?
Well, I got top 8 in Oceania, so my mom said that I can just come and have some fun.
What's your secret? What do you think you do better than anybody else with Pokemon?
Focus.
Where'd you learn to focus?
From my dad. He taught me 4 corners, which where you look at the 4 corners of the playmats, and then you just concentrate on that and that only.
What do you think about the overall event here?
It's pretty big and it looks really scary.
Whenever there's a new game coming out, there's normally some kind of big announcement of the World Championships. I remember they revealed Mega Kangaskhan, which ended up being big. But I think for us, it's the first time that they showcase, rather than new Pokemon, they showcase things that are really specific to competitive. For example, there's an item that only activates under Trick Room, which is a move that when I was playing through the game as a kid, I never used. And it's really neat because, you know, for a while we've been hoping that the games would be more tailored to competitive play. You know, everyone knows about Pokemon, but not that many people know that there's this, you know, an official competitive circuit. And so the fact that during that trailer they showed a lot of items that seem to be specifically built for competitive play, and they showed that at the World Championships, I think that really struck a good chord with a lot of people here, because it seems like our community and our game is getting more attention from Pokemon. You know, I'm really glad that they keep making these games. I know it's kind of cheesy, but like VGC and these tournaments have really like been a huge factor in my life.
My older son, he's 12. He came home from school with some Pokemon cards one day, and then we found out there were some local tournaments, and we got involved, and then slowly all 3 of the children are playing Pokemon. We were surprised when they started to win some awards to travel around the world. I think this year 2 of the children have won around $6,000 US in prize money this year alone. Look, this is his first time playing Pokemon outside of home. We weren't sure how he would go, if he'd get upset and not speak to anybody, but he's realised now it's a lot of fun, and he's really enjoying it. He's playing against a senior right now.
Oh, I think your son just won.
Oh well, that'll be his first win ever, if that's true.
You should go ask him if he did
Yeah,
win.
he'll be happy. Charlie, did you win? He won his first event ever. He'll be talking about that all the way home, back to Australia. Charlie, high five, Dada.
So I've been with the Pokemon Company for 12 years, so I've seen this event grow from a very small gathering of people, very competitive gathering of people, but to this massive event that you see here today. And the first task that we took on was adding video game to the championship series. It had been well established in the trading card game side, and we wanted to make sure that the video game side got its representation as well, and a series was built for that over the course of years. Recently we've added Pokkén tournaments, so we've had that layer added to it. So for us, this is where people are playing competitively. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to focus on to make sure they have a way to express their competitive nature.
From the marketing angle, what's the point of having an event so big like this?
One, the Pokemon community is huge, right? This is a competitive event. It's invite only, but we want people to see this is what you could do if you chose this path. I see this as the #1 fan event. It is a Pokemon festival in a way, right? We want people to celebrate Pokemon fandom, however, but we want to also give them this high experience that they can enjoy. Every year I come to this event and I see people having so much fun, a lot of friends being made, people hugging each other. So for me, it's always that type of vibe that I take away from it. But there's always fun new activities that we add to the mix. So people are playing Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, people are playing Pokemon Masters. I just like seeing people enjoying our products just because they're fans.
That field phase, which allows us to get so much synergy and make it Right now we have some good Pokkén going on. To the rest of the convention, I think some of us actually see us as the dark horse, but we're like the dark horse that's loud. We'll come trotting anywhere from any place. You think that you're gonna hold us down? We're coming for you right now, I promise you.
How's the health of the overall Pokkén community?
I'll be actually completely honest. In the beginning, it was pretty bumping. It was pretty high. It was a brand new thing. But then eventually in the FGC, it did go a bit down. And that was unfortunately because of Evo. But luckily for that, we didn't let that falter us. We've been letting ourselves grow as a community, whether or not people said, oh, well, what's going on with the game? We're not doing that well. But you know what? We're still here. Look at this, 245 entrances. You're gonna tell me the game is dead after that? Nah, go ahead, check back your books. Go ahead, go back to the FGC, because you know what? We're still here, and we're still bumping.
So you say because of Evo, because they got bumped from the main stage at Evo, or what do you mean?
Mostly not because it got bumped from the main stage, mostly because of how Evo was played out in grand finals. And unfortunately, people didn't really like that too much because it was playing too slow for them. It was playing too safe and not enough action for them. But then they didn't seem to actually realize is that that's how that matchup that was actually up there was played. There was a Brixton player named Tono-sama who's actually very, very strong, plays very, very patient. And you know what? For him, that was his win condition. But then everyone else didn't get to see that. No, not many people understood that. But most of us who actually do play Pokkén, we understood what he needed to win, and we respect it. Yeah, it may be a Pokemon fighting game. It may be Pokemon. But you know what? We're a sister game of Tekken, and you'd better believe this game, it ain't easy. It ain't baby. I promise you, there's nothing, and I mean nothing, like Pokkén Tournament that will get your heart pumping. And like, look at me. That's sweat. That's real. I had to play that. That's real. But I promise you, Pokkén is one of the games and communities that have one of the biggest hearts and will come back. We will come back. Matter of fact, we're already back. What am I talking about?
Strength of Apollo's game guards. Apollo moves on all over the rounds with 3 bursts, right?
It's pretty overwhelming. I mean, there's so many Pokemon fans here, so many people who use the site. I got recognized just crossing the road the other day.
Hey, biggest fan in the world, jump in. What do you like about the site? Come on, man.
But it's very user-friendly.
User-friendly. You need a mic. I'm sorry. You gotta share it.
His site is very user-friendly. Like, starting out, like if you're just a beginning player to novice player, his site gives you like pretty much all the information.
Are you his marketing manager?
No!
Who are you?
I've just wanted to meet him because his website helped me out.
Well, if any of you do visit the site, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's turning 20 in October, and so it's so nice that people still use it. So thank you.
What are you in line for, sir?
The store,
Why are you in line for the store?
because I want to buy stuff.
Can you describe how long this line is?
10 hours.
So what's your take on the event? So you came last year. What was like your first impression of the event overall?
Awesome, because I got to meet so much people and play against so many people.
I love doing that.
This is hard to pick up.
So right now, the biggest thing that we've had, this actually started with, I want to say it was Worlds last year, where one of the guys actually asked us to come out, because we do the side event signups. He asked us to come out with some extra old games, because he wanted to show off the fact that there's tons of still good old Pokemon games. It's important to know what has existed. Classic games are still a thing. Don't put them off because they're hard to get a hold of. Spend that extra money. It's really absolutely worth it to have that piece of history in your life, especially in a younger person's life.
What do you think is the most popular game here?
Oh, Stadium.
Stadium's number one?
Stadium and Stadium 2.
Why?
Because it's that game that you think about when you go back to the N64. It's one of the 4 games. It's because there's Zelda, Mario Kart, and Stadium. That's my personal goal, is eventually get a Coliseum or a Stadium battle on stage.
Do you think it'll ever happen?
It's hard to say.
Have you talked to people about it?
I have hinted at it enough.
What are you playing here today?
I'm playing Pokemon Snap.
Why?
Because it's a nostalgia story, you know. I was playing in my childhood so much Pokemon Snap. It's like the best spin-off Pokemon game I know, you know. I want Pokemon Snap 2 so much, you know, on Nintendo Switch. They have to do it.
All right, pop quiz. What genre is Pokemon Snap?
So I was very lucky to be invited to the first Pokemon Go PvP Invitational. PvP in particular came out last December. There's a really dedicated, large and growing group of individuals that are into PvP, and so they were really excited to see it on the main stage.
Can you show me your fingers? How raw are your fingers?
Oh no, they're okay. They're okay. Yeah, you don't need to tap too hard, so it's mostly about thinking and strategizing and putting together the right team composition. I was talking to Pokkén, the person I competed in the finals with. I'm like, let's just put on an amazing show. Let's just show them how great and exciting Pokemon Go PvP is. And a lot of people were really entertained. I had a lot of really great comments. Someone telling me in the comments saying that I don't even like Pokemon Go PvP, but I couldn't take my eyes off it. When I saw that the Game Freak developers were on stage, I think a lot of thoughts crossed through my mind. One, it is a great honor to be on stage with them and to be even in the same room with them, to see them go out there and have a lot of fun, seeing the really great strategies and actually seeing them backstage, watch other people battle really intensely, and then try to implement those strategies in real time in their next battle was amazing.
DNA の佐々木優です。ポケモンマスターズのプロデューサーをやっております。初代のポケモン赤緑が発売した時にちょうど自分が小学生だったっていうのもあって、もうゲームボーイでひたすらやって、そこからずっとポケモンというゲームを遊び続けている。いろいろあるんですけど、あって思ったのはこうミーティングをしてる最中に杉森健さんがそこにあるノートにさーっと絵を描いてこんな感じって見せてきた時ですかね。
What's the key to being a good commentator for TCG?
You got to have fun with it and then know your stuff.
Having fun and being willing to be silly and be embarrassed if you said something wrong.
How often are you just completely out of things to say?
Not too often. You can always come up with something.
I haven't been out of things to say since I could talk.
How often do you guys almost swear and then have to catch yourselves?
Thankfully, never. I'm really good at code switching, but there's been some close calls in the past. My favorite thing about broadcasting is just the pressure of being live. You put on the headsets, I go 3, 2, and that's when it feels so great.
Anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, keep watching Pokemon. Pokemon's the best game in the world. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you.
I'm here with two of my children, my daughter Sophia and my son Ethan.
Sophia, how old is she?
She's 3 years old. This is her second year at Worlds.
Really?
Yeah. Last year she had a team that just had one move per Pokemon. She fell asleep after the second round. But this year, obviously, she's a bit older. She knows what she's doing now. And here we are again. She loves it. She just loves everything Pokemon, although she calls it Pokémon. She can't read, but she knows the colours. So we teach her by the colours. And obviously, because now the new games have what's special effective, it helps her to pick. If she sees it shining, she knows to use that move.
What's the most challenging part of trying to get a 3-year-old to compete?
Getting her to stay awake, mainly, with the time differences.
Well, I'm standing here second in line for the World Championships of Pokemon in DC, the National Convention Center. I collect autographs from all sorts of Japanese directors. Pokemon, that's pretty much my childhood. That's been my life. But here, just meeting the legend, the people who created everything.
You say second in line.
Well, we have it first here.
Hello again.
Hi.
You're everywhere.
Yeah, I really am.
What are you looking forward to saying to them?
Well, I'm going to say thank you for creating a game that has taken up so much of my time. I'm just really excited to meet the creators of this game.
More excited than meeting the founder of Cerebi?
Well, that's a high, but this is the first time meeting people from Game Freak and to meet the heads, like the top honcho. This is a moment. Never forget. This really is a moment.